Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Technical Sergeant Marshall Saner, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about why I quit drinking. So, when's the last time that you woke up on a Sunday morning after a night out? You go out on Saturday night, you're with your boys, you're with your girls, you're having a couple beers, you're having a couple shots, the music's playing, everything's great. You're having a great time. And then you wake up on Sunday morning and you think, why do I do this to myself? Why did I go out and spend $100 buying everybody rounds, buying everybody shots, and then your head's pounding. You want to throw up everything inside your body to get it all out from the night before. Your Sunday's wasted because you woke up at noon or 1 o'clock and you just feel like absolute crap. Well, let me tell you how many times I've been there. Many times I've been there. And I knew that I had to make a change. And so that's why we're here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So it started, my parents divorced when I was about 2 years old. And as far back as I can remember, I would go to my dad's house and he would have a beer in his hand at all times. It was beer after beer after beer, and it led to him ending up in the bathroom at the end of the night, and he was throwing up. And as a young boy, I didn't really understand what it was, but as I got older, I started realizing, okay, this equals that. Drinking all these drinks leads to you throwing up at the end of the night with your son in the living room. And that's kind of what did it for me. So I never had my first drink until I was about 22 years old. And I don't know how many of you may remember this, but there was a drink called Sparks, and they sold that at the gas station, and it's kind of like an old school High Noon. And so a buddy of mine brought one over to my house one night, and he gave it to me, and I drank one, and like I said, it was my first drink, so it kind of made me feel weird. So a couple of days later, I had 2 or 3, and it made me feel a little bit better, kind of good. And so I think that's kind of what did it for me, is kind of where I got addicted to it. And that couple of years later kind of led to me just going out and letting it all loose. So we would go out, and it's almost like every night of the week we had something to do. Monday was this, Tuesday was this, Wednesday was all you can eat wings at Hooters, and all you can drink beer on Thursday at this place. And for years and years, that's all I did. I just went out, didn't care how I felt the next morning. I could care less. I was having the greatest time with all of my guy friends, and it was that was my prime time, you know. And so then I had my daughter. So then I had my daughter, and I knew that I had to change something. I knew that if I didn't change something pretty soon, my daughter's relationship with me was going to be the same as my relationship with my father, which was, it could be better. But I didn't want that. So I knew that I had to change something. But it was hard. I will tell you, for a couple of years it was hard. I was still drinking and going out. I would never do it around her, but I started realizing how bad it made me feel inside. So, you know, drinking a lot, or really just drinking in general, can lead to things like stress, depression, liver problems, financial problems, marriage problems, and the list goes on and on. And I didn't want that, and I knew I didn't want that, so I had to put a stop to it. And so it wasn't easy. I didn't do it cold turkey. I had some help. I never went to AA, which I probably should, but I never went there. But that's kind of what's important to me. And so now that I've stopped drinking, I feel so much better. I wake up every morning with my fiance at about 6 a.m. and life's great. Life is great. And I'm not here to preach to you at all about stopping drinking. You do what you want to. Do you, as they would say. But that's kind of where I'm at. And I feel so much better after doing it. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and please feel free to leave any comments. Thanks.